Charlie and I understood what we wanted King Arthur to be, and you know, I had a vision, then he joined that vision, and then within that vision he brought his own nuance and personality to it. But we understood a sort of frequency of a personality, if you will.
What I think Guy has done is created a very accessible Arthur for the new generation. He's a lot sort of more rough and ready. What we both were eager to avoid was this sort of noble soul looking for a cause, you know. That's not at all really who Arthur is in this incarnation. He's a pretty selfish guy who's had to grow up fending for himself, and he's carved out a little world for himself.
We arrive almost without setting up too much backstory, which is kind of nice in a way. We don't get sort of bogged down in overplaying and overstating what's occurred with Uther and his brother Vortigern prior to now. It's almost like we arrive mid-beat of something that's already begun.
I feel like I've come to this fully understanding why and what Vortigern believes. You know, there's the talk throughout the early part of the film of the prophecy of the king returning and the righteous king. And of course, I think Vortigern believes he's the righteous king, and he thinks this whippersnapper Arthur, this peasant, can't possibly add or bring anything to the throne that he hasn't already considered and answered.
A lot of Guy's films, not all of them, tend to be gang films. Not so much as in gang versus gang, like, you know, gang warfare, just a group of friends who, mostly male, who, you know, act the way that males do around each other.
We forget it took a group of people for King Arthur to be King Arthur, you know? And so I guess this is all the attributes that he's bringing out, you know, by telling the story this way.
The problem with the Arthurian legend is it's so dense. Within 2 hours to try and condense all those characters just meant that it was too rich a stew to eat. So you take out some of the ingredients and put in the fantasy aspect. They were sort of fundamental components that I think have made the film, firstly, possible to make, and secondly, just added enormously to the entertainment factor.
85% of this film is about character and storytelling, and then we're going to just sprinkle, you know, some magic on top and blow the scope way wider.
There's no time to waste. We're pretty much straight into the action and into Uther having to, you know, defend his people.
I think there's going to be a huge physical and visual spectacle. I think they're going to have the usual and very enjoyable signature of Guy Ritchie over it, which is a sort of humour and a banter and swagger. And, you know, John Matheson is a phenomenal director of photography, and I think visually it's going to be a total feast.